Hello guys, welcome to Battle Setter, the place where we discuss your favorite anime. I am an Eagle,
And I'm Yande.
and today we're gonna talk about Oshi No Ko.
So, what do you want to talk about?
The first question that comes to my mind is, are you Team Kana? Are you Team Kane?
No one, actually.
Why? I mean, you should have a favorite.
No. For me, he's a adult man in a teenage body. Like, as you know, my opinion about jobless reincarnation, who's basically teenagers. For this one, I don't want to choose anyone. And he's smart enough, I hope he's smart enough not to do anything like that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But let's just put that aside. Let's just assume like Aqua is just a regular boy who is getting like two girls to choose from. So considering that and putting that aside, which is a fair point, I understand. Who would you choose?
If I just seeing the perspective of view that he's just a teenager, a normal guy, I would say Akane.
Akane. And why so?
Because she basically like I.
Okay.
She's like, even for a moment when she's like pretended to be an I, he was like, oh wow. For a second he was like having some kind of feelings. That's what I thought from seeing. Yeah, later he was like, yeah, it was more of the like shocking of seeing like I, but still, he was loving I.
Yeah. But then again, if you consider that that was all an acting, right? Like the real Akane, when the cameras went off, the real Akane didn't behave like that, right? As soon as the camera went, like they said, cut, like she turned into a totally different person, right? So she was not the real I. So the face or the facet of Akane from which Aqua fell in love was not real, was just all a charade, a facade.
No, but she was working hard as I was pretending to love her like
Exactly, and she did her research and she did a really good job interpreting it. But then again, it's not I, right? So it's all a facade or a charade. So for me, Kana is the better option here.
surprise me why.
I mean, she is a real woman. She's like she's suffered through a lot of things, like after being a kid celebrity, and there has been a real evolution there, and that's exactly what Aqua needs at this point. Someone who can push him forward, push him past all of his pain, and help him to move forward on that, because otherwise he's gonna just keep like in circles in the same thing. And Kana, like being, we've seen him overcome a lot of things during the show, right? During the anime, doing like being through like so much self-doubt, and then again she has found the strength always to move forward, even though all of the inconvenience that she had. And that's basically I's biography, right? Working through all of the pain, working through all of the circumstances that were not in favor, and trying to smile and still trying to deliver the best, even when it's all a lie. Because remember what I used to say, it's all a lie, it's all a lie, you just keep repeating them until they become true. And for Kana, they are becoming true. So that's more like I, in my opinion.
I wouldn't say so. I'm sorry, but for me, Kana will be just immature tsundere. Meanwhile, the Akane
It is immature because it's a real person, right?
I mean, Aqua needs someone more mature.
Yeah, but we're talking about 16-year-old, right?
But don't forget, he's an adult man.
Again, we put that aside. Right?
Okay. If
If we consider that, then he shouldn't be even going through for the revenge, right? Because he's a grown up man now. So he knows too well should be more mature to at least know that he shouldn't be walking that path, right? That he is wasting his new opportunity that the life somehow gave him in pursuing a revenge that will make, like, even when he accomplished that, will he be happy with that? Will he feel fulfilled for that? That won't bring guy back, right? So is he doing the correct thing, like going after revenge? No, right?
Actually, that's great that you mentioned about Aqua's revenge. Guys, big spoiler alert, it's from manga from the latest chapters.
No.
You're gonna know a lot about their dad.
No.
So-
Please. Oh.
Sorry, but that's life. Basically, what happened, they found their father, and the point was that when I and their dad, being just the teenagers and like all the situation with the pregnancy happened, I was the one who said, like, I'm leaving. He was loving her so much, he wanted to be with her, and she was like, oh well, I don't want to. And Aqua and Ruby just blame him for not understanding that I've been lying and she was doing that for his sake. I. She deserved to die. He even said that he didn't want her die and that this fan that he told the address, he would just wanted to show how desperate he is. He didn't want her die. So all this point about the revenge, about like thinking that their dad some kind of villain, no, I the fucking villain.
Alright. So even that adds up to my point, right? So he was waiting his life, like since he was a little baby, and now, like, how many years has passed? 13 years old, in which he discovers that, like, his dad is not real his dad. Like he's not a real killer, right? So that's up to my point, in which he just wasted this time pursuing revenge when it won't lead it to anything, right? At the end of the day, they are just trying. I mean, from what you just told, I can interpret it like they are just trying to stick to their beliefs, to what for all this time they believe something is true, right? And they are just trying to, like, as a defense mechanism, they're just trying to blame him, because otherwise the whole idea, the whole motivation that they've had all this time, which is first for Ruby to become an idol, which is like pursuing the same path of Ice, right? Because she's such an inspiration. She just did everything okay, everything cool, and so that's her role model. And we have, on the other hand, Aqua, which is trying to attack his father, right? Because otherwise, all of his life would have been a waste.
No, you see, the point is that they know I's story of view, because Aqua had been doing a big investigation, and then he heard his dad point of view. So they still been blaming him. So they just been blind with all that I obsession, that they just couldn't think normally that their dad, it's not his fault. He loved her. He wanted to be with her, but that stupid decided, no, I would play some games and let's be, oh, it's for your sake. I'm gonna save you that way. No, you're gonna traumatize him more.
Yeah. I think again, like, I don't know. I is so immature, but then again, like, the anime is trying to, at least until now, like, to portray her like as that perfect idol, such an inspiration and everything. So I haven't read the manga yet, but from what I'm,
You definitely should.
yeah, I probably should. I probably will after this conversation, so we can have a more insightful discussion about that. But then again, they could be like, she can be focusing on following or finding her own path, right? We, instead of like trying to be Bikomachi to version 2.0, right? And the other one is he has a lot of talent, a lot of opportunities, a lot of producers after him. So he should just be embracing all of those opportunities and enjoying the life that he has, right?
But I would say that you mentioned about this idol industry and that Ruby now gonna be there. I would say it's also not the good thing for her, because let's be honest, idols in it's real hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very toxic. It really can be.
I mean, and the anime does a pretty good job, like representing all of that thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are lessons everywhere. Like, for instance, they cannot have like I had to go to a remote place, a remote location, a remote hospital, so she can give birth, right? Can give birth to the twins. Otherwise, like she would be hated for that, and actually, she eventually gets success because of that, right?
Yeah. I mean, they really good showing that their fans putting their on some like throne, and that they're gods. They're not just regular people. They're not allowed to date. They're not allowed to get pregnant. They're not allowed to make any mistake. They just needs to be perfect, which is not right. Same like again for the K-pop industry. A lot of like girls getting hate from just like recently Jennie got a lot of hate because she was like smoking vape.
Yeah.
And she's just a person. She's allowed to do whatever she wants.
Yeah, but sometimes like the people get confused and think that being famous they give them the right to choose and to decide on someone else's life, right? And that's not fair to them. And we should, as a society, try to start protecting people. I'm not saying like they are all defenseless people, right? But at least be more conscious that they are persons too, they are people too, that they have their own weaknesses, their own struggles in this life. And like I think that anime is pretty accurate on that respect. All of that happens like to Akane, for instance, right? Just a little mistakes, and they put like that girl was about to jump out of a cliff too, you know. Those kind of things are like real news. If you watch the news, they are out there. Those are real things happening.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, like, even opening for the first season, the song itself showing everything about the idol industry. And actually, Yosobi, she been having a Christmas concert when K-pop idols joined her, which was showing that it's a real struggle in our world. It's not just anime. Again, great opening, great lyrics, explaining everything. But it's again, she trying to scream and tell people, they're just us. It's not something that they're like somewhere there, something unreal. No, it's just like you and me. Yeah. So we shouldn't judge and like shouldn't be so strict about them that whatever they do make mistakes. Let them have it.
yeah, absolutely. And then again, like not because you are buying their merch, buying the tickets to concerts or anything, that doesn't give you any right over them, right? They need to stop. People need to start separating things, right? One is the person on the scenario, the performer. Then when the lights goes off, they have their own lives, they make their own mistakes, they have their own happiness too, because it's not all like lies and sadness, right? But they have their own things going on, and they should just be left alone to live that life, right?
That's true. Okay, I guess we discussed everything that we wanted today, and thank you guys for watching Battle Settle. Please let us know in the comments what is your opinion on which side you are. If you did read the spoilers, I'm sure you're going to be on my side, but okay, so don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.